And good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to Dreamy Dreamland with your Sensie Owl Bob. So, how you doing? Things seeming okay? Did you have a nice Thanksgiving? Are you thankful? Grow in what you are. And what are you, right? Are you your ego? Are you your body? Or are you consciousness awareness? Or aware of your love's co-creation? Are you that wave that's in the sea, or are you the sea? These are all interesting questions that philosophers and theologians have gone on and on about, and there have been many mystery schools. You're not a human, you are a you-man. Look that one up. Also, there are many different mystery schools, right? And the Hermitage, that was way before Jesus, from the time Jesus was born until he came out, and when he was 30, I had 3 years of bringing light's illumination of love's co-creation into the world in a more firm way. Like, he was frequency. He could control frequency, right? When he brought Lazarus, awaken, right? What was that? He was consciously aware of what he was saying with his vibration. And bingo, there was, because, Lazarus didn't die, his body died, but Lazarus didn't die. So Lazarus came back into that dead body. Smelled a little bit, right? Little chunks were falling off. And Jesus kept bringing Lazarus back alive, and, at a certain point, Lazarus said, okay, enough. You proved your point. Let me get out of this stinky body, right? So that's kind of what we all are. Like, let me get out of this stinky body. Now, I live out in the middle of nowhere, right? I live on $400 a month, right? How can I do that? Because I am consciously aware, right? I don't spend any money I don't have, and even if it goes digital, I still won't spend any money I don't have. And by not worrying about it, by letting myself go in the flow, be part of the ocean, not, that sneaky body standing on the beach, right? So there's one of you there. What do you think of all this, right? Right? What do you look at the King James, right? That was a Bible that was manufactured, right, like a cartoon over hundreds of years, right? And it basically took all the different texts that were around. It's like 66 books by 40-something authors, right? Well, there were a whole bunch of more. Why isn't Jesus, the smartest guy around, definitely literal? He could read anything. He could drop that. So, why isn't there a scripture of Jesus? Why is just Paul the voice of the New Testament that came 300 years later? Paul was out there looking to kill Christians, right? To cleanse the Jewish gene pool of the icky Christians. And so, and then he meets Jesus on the road to Damascus. And, he is Don Draper in Madman, right? He is the big salesman, right? And he gets Luke and Mark, Matthew, Martin, Luke, John, all the rest. And all those guys, in their scriptures, why does that get into the Bible? I mean, it came hundreds of years later after Jesus, and they're just writing in response to Paul, right? And I like Luke the best, but Matthew's the most emotional. So Matthew's the closest dude to realizing that he's not his body. He kind of focuses on that motif of, what Jesus said, right? And so here we are. Donnie Boy has one, and he's put all these chuckleheads in his cabinet. And, he's got, what's his name? Poster boy, he's got all the poster boys up there, all of the the digital wizards. And basically, you're going to find yourself in less than 5 years no longer in your body, but you're going to be on some kind of in the cloud. The cloud. Oh, we need 5G. We need 5G. Well, that was to get your body used to being digitized. But they had to put microwave ovens on everyone's phone pole to get you into it. Why do you think I live in the woods with no internet, no nothing, right? And it's interesting that this new phone they gave me makes, I wish it would do more things, but I just don't know how to do them, and so that's it. But I keep it a good 20 feet away from me when I sleep, and but it sucks in every wave that's out there, whereas my cheapo Walmart phone didn't do that, right? And they kept, my Walmart phone kept, oh, you have to need new operatorship, new this, new that. Of course, the first thing that, Mr. Microsoft, who came and gave us, our Starlink, and the Starlink is a continuation of 5G, except planetary wide, He's got hundreds of thousands of satellites right above you, ready to zap you into the cloud. Now, you have to realize that already happened once before, and it put us in our bodies. And the movie The Matrix tries to show that, right? And so we have to realize that even if we get zapped up into the cloud, we do not have to lose our consciousness. We don't have to lose our conscious intent with love's co-creation. And that's the only way we can really overcome this. And it's not like this coming fascist state. It's been here, for the last 16,000 years. It's nothing new. It's what you do with your life, You just have to look at Johnny Boy, I feel so sorry for him because he is, he has the potential in him to be a great guy, be whatever he wants to. And that's why he is the canary in the coal mine of suffering, right? Of the suffering of the body, right? He's so wigged out by his body, right? And I mean, look at him. He's always, pumping 100-pound dumbbells. Why do they call them dumbbells? Wonder why? Anyway, he's always going on about his family, blah, blah, blah. This little girl that's, I won't even go into all of that mishigash. All I'm saying is you want to see a suffering person, you want to see somebody in a lake of fire, just go look at John Birmingham's channel. Me, I go on whatever I can. I try to talk to you folk to say, hey, come on, you can wake up and just have your life. Stop worrying about your body. Stop worrying about who you're not really. You are part of the sea, not the wave, right? And those people who are not even close to understanding are the particle. Anyway. So I'm going to go out about a few errands to do. Unless somebody wants to, indulge me in a conversation here. There's 6 of you out there. How about some likes? Let's have some likes. Let's have some subscribers. Let's have somebody. Because you think things are weird now. It's gonna, we're gonna have nuclear exchange. It's not gonna kill everything. Go watch the 1964, I think, version of Big Brother. George Orwell's a story of a dystopian society. And was made in England, and it's black and white and gray. It's got an American star. Come on, 7 of you. Let's have some thumbs up. Come on. And let's get this. Let's jangle this algorithm, right? Let's get some people watching this. Let's get them woke up. Woke. Don't be woke. Awaken yourself to who and what you really are, your spiritual self. Make that consciousness real, right? Not just some artifact of, digital currency and buying things from Amazon. Look at Johnny's house. There's his picture of the upstairs, right? He's got piles and piles of Amazon boxes. He's got his garbage all over the floor, right? It's, at least I have it in bags, and I don't get anything from Amazon, right? If I can't really buy something, where they put it in, I bring a bag and they put the substance, the beans, the whatever, in a paper bag, and then I put it in my shopping bag and I go off. That's called recycling, right? And I do it till whatever I have in my house, I use until it falls apart. Because I live on $400. I can't just spend money on nothing because I have no money. And I did that on purpose. At the height of my thing, I could have had a 9-figure salary. I didn't. I worked 11 weeks of the year and had close to a 6-figure salary. I never went above 5 because I didn't want to pay that much taxes. Now I kept buying real estate and then losing on it. And that's how, and that's how guys like Warren Buffett make money. Buy, borrow, die. That's just kind of what I did. And I kept everything within the framework of how it's set up. And instead of trying to be, a guy like Musk, I could have, I was right at the right place, before, Musk even got out of grammar school. I was surrounded by the intelligentsia of the computer, the young Turks, right? I was dating the girl who invented digital, imagery, right? So I could have, when I saw, when the WWW came in, and the guy says, "Oh, I wanted to free all humanity," blah blah blah. No, it came straight from DARPA, and that guy said it so he could get the street cred and get a nice check, and basically leave the foundation. So for planetary surveillance, this smartphone I'm talking to you on is a miniaturization of the 1968 version of the keyhole satellite, right, which was the size of a school bus, and it could photograph from space anything down to the size of the writing on a cigarette packet, right? So that's, we had those things planted over all our enemies, and that was everybody, even ourselves. And it could suck up every electromagnetic wave and digitize it so we can understand it. That was like, again, 1964, So, and why did we make the Saturn V rocket only to go to the moon like 11 or so times? And then we scrapped it. We didn't scrap it. We just moved it off of the page. We used it to lift. That sucker could put, 500 tons into high Earth orbit, where you're going to build a spaceship or a space station or anything, a platform of sorts. Or move a lot of stuff to Mars and a lot of stuff to the moon and a lot of stuff out there in the Kuiper Belt, where we got millions of people living inside of asteroids, or tons of asteroids are spinning. Meaning they're the size of New Jersey, and they're spinning, right? So what are they doing? Making artificial gravity, right? While they are sucking out all the minerals in those things and building exotic technology. That's not coming here, kids. So that's why you have to be aware, conscious awareness of who and what you are and what you're doing, right? Well, we had almost 18 people watching, and now we're down to 3. So, and I've been doing this 13 minutes and 51 seconds. Well, if somebody wants to come on, let's have a conversation. That'd be nice. Otherwise, I got things to do, okay? And I can't turn my neck. Anyway, so I'm wearing my Christmas hat and my Christmas goggles. And basically, I celebrate Christmas every day. Not just one day of the year, every day. Just like I celebrate Thanksgiving every day, not one day of the year, right? Thank you, Jesus. Anyway, so there's 4 of you. Any takers for a conversation, right? Anyway, so there's a ton of, the World Wide Web's got a ton of stuff up there. Go look up all the hidden knowledge, spiritual hidden knowledge, esoteric hidden spiritual knowledge, teachings of Jesus, all of that, the text of Mary Magdalene, right? Scriptures that have been there, what's the difference between a human and you, man, right? Any takers on any of this? You want to, and the realization that anything you think is real, some rich guy came to me, going, you don't deserve to live here, blah, 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 blah. I'm in the real world. I'm a businessman, blah, 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 right? And I said, oh, that's nice. And, he's waving $5,000 in Benjamins in front of, oh, here, you need this money. Take it. Here's it. Just sign off your property to me. I said, for $5,000? Forget about it. 200 grand. Yeah, I'll go. But $5,000, that's a joke. And I just hit his hand, and the Benjamins, it was a windy day, it flew into the forest, and he freaked the frack out, right? And he went running after those Benjamins, and it was like Brer Rabbit. It basically went off into the sticker bushes and the poison ivy patch, right? And he was on his hands, his knees, and digging around for in the roots of the poison ivy for his Benjamins, and he didn't get them all, right? And he was like totally pissed, and he stomped off, and he came back a month or so later when it went from just April into being May, and it was beautiful. Everything's flowering, and he comes by and goes, I've been watching you. And I said, oh, isn't it? Well, what did you have? What are you seeing? He goes, I was just seeing if you were gonna go look for the money in the woods, but you didn't. You never did. You never went in there. And I kept going in when you were gone. And I just kept getting more poison ivy and more poison ivy until I had to go to the hospital. I said, oh. And he goes, then there was this kid who came and he found $100 bills. And I tried to get it from him and he just laughed at me. Anyway, who was that kid? Who knows? Jesus, the Easter Bunny? I have no idea. But then he says, I've been watching you, and I realized that you're the smartest man in the world. I said, what? I said, I'm not a businessman. I don't live in the world of reality. He goes, that's right. I say, you here, and you just putter around. You've got these chairs everywhere. You sit down. I guess you are praying. I don't know what you're doing, but you sit there for 20 minutes, and you have a smile on your face. I said, man, what, you got a telescope? You got TV cameras on me? And he goes, meaning probably he does, So, anyway, he goes, I wish I could live my life like you. I worry about everything. Everyone's going to steal from me. Everyone's going to take from me. I said, right. And no one's going to take from me. I got nothing to take. I'm doing fine, right? So, what are you going to do? Anyway, I'm going to go. No one's going to be part of a conversation. So, hope you're having a good day. Boop, 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 boop. Do, 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 do.